Hello. We are going to be putting the transmission on the engine. Oh, well,
Fuel pump. Does it go through there? We got to jiggle the engine. Well, there we go. Engine's in the car. Hey guys, I just want to break in a video quick. If you're not familiar with the channel, this is the recovered video. Yes, me and Ashley worked all year off and on her Mustang, and I had it all loaded on my laptop, and my laptop hard drive puked on me. Thing died. I tell you what, it's heartbreaking for me because we had all year working on this thing and a lot of footage saved up, and me not being a techie guy, didn't know a lot about backing up footage and all that kind of stuff on external hard drives, and never to buy a cheap Amazon laptop. It took us a while, but thanks to my son, Ashley, and myself, and a lot of great people out there that helped me retrieve 90% of the video clips for this Mustang video, we were able to get this thing put together. I didn't want to put anything up halfway. I at least wanted to get a beginning to at least running video. So that's what we're gonna do. And as you can see, we're actually started on the next section. We got new bucket seats here going in the car. I got carpet for it, a new dash, and we're gonna be doing the windshield. So that's coming up in the next video as soon as me and Ashley can get together and work on stuff. But thanks for hanging in there. I know it's taken forever. It was heartbreaking for me to lose that hard drive, but it's been recovered and we're ready to go. So back to the video. Hi, I'm Bill.
I'm Ashley.
Welcome to Flat Broke Garage.
I'm back.
She's
here.
back.
We're here.
And we're not supposed to be here.
No.
Where were we supposed to be?
We were supposed to be at the No Name Nationals.
That didn't happen because I fell off a roof and fractured my L1 in my back and sprained my ankle.
That's what you get for swan diving into cement.
We couldn't make it to the No Name Nationals, and we decided to do something more better.
More better, more good. More room.
Look what we got. So here we go. We finally got, as promised, Ashley engine has been back for a while. We have her transmission, and this is her 68 Mustang.
It's sad.
For those of you guys that don't follow along, this Mustang we pulled out of my buddy Steve's junkyard, and we're trying to bring it back to life. It was just a roller car. So over time, about a year, hasn't it been?
Yeah.
It's been a long time. We've had my buddy at J&B Performance build an engine for us. This is a 1975 Ford 302 that came out of a Granada. It really wasn't much of an engine. It was a 75 kind of a Weezer motor. It's now greatness. This motor has been rollered. It's been bored 60 over, Keith Black pistons, Ford Cobra intake. So we're going to try and get this thing put in and get it running and driving.
And hopefully not break his back again.
Don't want to break my back.
Hello. We are going to be putting the transmission on the engine. Yonder down under. Hopefully it will be good. We'll find out though. A lot.
We got to do a lot. So there's painting involved. You got to do some painting. Yay, cleaning and painting. Here's some of the stuff we have. We got a pulley drive that's really nasty. Ashley gets to clean.
That
is yours.
So excited.
This was a Duraspark car. So I have a bunch of Duraspark wiring and or boxes. Duraspark. Tested tough. We got a Holley 1850 650, I think, CFM carb with vacuum secondaries and miscellaneous parts. So let's get going on this. We'll start putting her together.
All right, for those who do not know, first you have to put the backplate on, which let me see, goes like that. And then you have to put the flex plate on, but it only goes one way. If you can see right there, there's a little faint ghost ring. And right here, there's two that look like they don't belong. It lines up with that. All right, now I gotta remember.
Right.
I'm not scared, you are scared.
And do you have to torque those bolts down?
Uh-huh.
To what spec? You don't know. We'll have to look it
I'm
up.
so smart. I know.
There is a drop of Loctite on each one of those flex plate bolts.
All right. We are gonna, let's say, push these puppies down, and then we are going to torque them down with, correct me if I'm wrong, 72?
No, we looked it up. 75 to 80 foot-pounds.
There you go, foot-pounds.
You're just going to lightly tap them in, and then we'll torque them down.
This isn't gonna hurt. We'll figure it out. Well, the
Fuel pump.
well, there's no fuel pump on. We are going to go ahead and put the line on for the oil pressure gauge. There we go. Found my words. Anywho, we are going to go ahead and take out this plug right here that you can see, and we're going to replace it with these. So let's go. All right, it's gone.
You'll never see that again.
Don't need it. Not important. Go ahead and screw that in. As tight as it will go. And we're going to put that bad boy in. And then, whoa! There you go. Let's tighten it down. I'm goofing off. He'll get sick of me one day.
I'm already sick of you.
That's fair. I should buy him lunch.
She should.
Should be good.
Good.
Okay, good. Cheapest plastic line. Anyways, we gotta go ahead and put this on here.
Go get an adjustable wrench. We'll tighten that down, and then we'll do the fuel pump.
Adjustable wrench.
Fuel pump.
We gotta put the fuel pump on. Got it all sealed up, and then we're gonna have to paint the water pump and what other one was it?
The belt drive.
The belt drive, which are over there.
In the pile of parts. Ah, the gasket slid. Oh well, get the bolts through.
Get the bolts through?
Put the bolt through the gasket first.
Come on. Yeah.
Time to put the engine in the transmission.
Hooray!
Hooray!
200 pounds of nonsense. Yeah!
So we're gonna lower this thing down. We think we got the torque converter. We think we have the torque converter bolts lined up. Torque converter. And you know, that's the biggest problem with Fords is that torque converter bolts. See, I said it. And let's get this thing dropped down, get the trans on it. We're really getting close now.
Woo!
Is it pulling it in? What did I put on backwards? Why are those studs sticking past
Are we missing
this plate?
in between it?
Did I put something on backwards? Is the flex plate on there? Flex plate can't be on backwards. What did I do wrong?
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Cha-ching!
Why did you make expensive noises and I laughed? Oh, man. So, what did I do wrong? What happened?
So the torque converter slipped ahead, and we know it went.
We only got the one click, not the two. So it was in, and when we were jiggling it, torque converter fell out.
Yep, and then it literally took both of us bracing it to get it to click twice.
So now it's in. All right, let's put it. Take two. Again. Do that again.
We're having so much fun that we want to do it again.
Yes. This is why I like cars. Round two. We got the torque converter in there right. Now, like I said, I did go in 2 clicks when I first put it in, but I think when we were jiggling it, the torque converter slipped ahead. So we got it back in. Everything's lined up. Engine turns over. We got the starter put on it. We got the trans fill tube on it. So we're going to put the belt pulley on. That's good. We'll put the water pump on, and then we're going to set it in the car. Ready?
Crank pulley time. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sweaty. And then we're going to put the water pump on after this.
And then what are we going to do?
Take a nap.
No, we're going to put the engine in the car.
Ashley has to watch her swearing, but
Yeah, well, keep it PG. Keep it PG-13. Get that. And we got to find alternator brackets too. I know we got some around here somewhere.
Yeah, good luck finding it. If you were in here, as in you people, good luck finding it. Just,
It's a mess.
It's a man in his things.
It is. I haven't cleaned. We've done 2 YouTube videos in here and we haven't cleaned. This is the 3rd video.
It's too hot to clean.
It is. Why is it? It was just cool before.
It was.
So Ashley got the lower pulley on. We're going to put the water pump on. And if you look up here, right in this casting, there's a little notch. You want to be sure that notch is cleaned out, because if your water pump leaks, that gives the extra antifreeze somewhere to go. So it'll drip out, so then you know that you got a bad seal. So I'm going to throw a little the blue smooth on here. I'm putting the water pump on, and I'm reusing the old bolts. Now, if you guys follow me, you'll see my other 302s. The problem I have is all the bolts are broken there. So be sure to put a lot of anti-seize on these bolts, because these things are long. I cleaned them up pretty good. Get them in there. I got to find a couple more shorter ones and the brackets to go on here. But we got enough on here now to get this set in. All right. Well, I'm going to try and get this in with the hood on. But I don't know. Might work, might not. I'm starting to get lazy. It's hot out here. We've had beautiful, cool weather till Ashley comes to do this. Now it's in the 80s.
Well,
there's no fan in here. It's your fault. So let's try and stuff this thing in here. Ready? See. Well, as much as we wanted to believe, somebody said you could put the engine in with the hood on, it doesn't work. So
Like putting a square in a circle.
we're almost there. We're going to pull the hood off quick. It gives us a little more room to work with. What are you doing?
Rubbing my hands so I'm a new woman.
All right, let's get the hood off this thing. Let me get this engine in. the hood off thing really worked. I don't know if you can see it, but they dropped right in. We're all lined up. We got a jack holding the trans up.
Manual labor.
Manual labor. So we'll get this done, and she's gonna drop down, hopefully get the engine bolts in it, and engine's in, Ashley.
Yeah, woo.
Is it lined up? Take a look, get on the mat and look underneath, see if the bolts went through. Because the pressure's off the hoist. See if you can line that bolt up. Does it go through there, or we got to jiggle the engine?
I mean, it's still like too high up on this side.
On that side? Oh yeah, it's still crooked, I think. Let me push it and see if it'll jump over. You have to pick it up, I think. Yeah, it's sitting right on that. Okay, yeah, we got to rotate the engine towards you.
Yeah.
Let me pick it up.
Oh, Lord.
All right, now the engine's got to come to you. Or if I pull the transmission back.
Here.
There.
Ah!
That help?
It needs to go backwards.
Which way?
So you see it's over the top end, it's towards the car, right here. It's sitting like it could drop down,
Oh yeah.
but it needs to get right
So
there.
close. If I pick up the transmission more, that might push it forward and drop it down. Let me go do that.
Okay.
Here,
Oh.
hold that on there. And I'll jack that transmission up. See if that helps. That helping?
A little. Ooh. Okay. What just came off? Did it break? What?
On?
No. It like. Come look at this. See how? Look right here.
Yeah.
See this?
Yeah.
See how it's tilted?
Yeah.
There you go. So you got it.
Okay, let me set it down.
Did it? Am I tripping or did
It's
it like
good on this
come
side.
off?
It'll come down, it'll settle. It should nest gently onto those mounts.
God, I hope so. Ah!
There it goes. See, it
Oh,
nested.
shit.
It wanted to go home.
I want to go home.
That should be in there now. See if that lines up. Can you see the bolt hole going through there?
Yeah, I can. I gotta.
You should have put your hair up.
Yeah, I was a little late for that going there. It slightly needs to just get picked up on the back end into the car, the transmission, for it to go fully through.
So I got to pick the transmission up some more.
A little bit.
You want to try it? And I'll try and push it in.
He's tired.
We are tired.
You're more tired.
I'm more
He
tired.
was mad. A bolt didn't want to go. So he said, damn it, bolt. And then he got a hammer, and then I stood.
So basically, what's happened with this car is when we got this car, there was no drivetrain in it. And the cross member was in the trunk. So we got everything in here, and I got all new mounts, got the cross member lined up in there, and it turned out the cross member was bent. I had a battle royale. The engine's in. We're going to go take a break. This is it.
Go pulled pork.
Pulled pork. We're done for the day. We're going to have to come back and address a few things.
We'll revisit that.
So that's it for today. Let's get out of here.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. Well, there we go. Engine's in the car. It makes me happy. Me and Ashley messed with this thing for about 7 hours. She had to go home. She lives a couple hours south of me, and she's got a life. She's got a lot of things to do. So what I'm going to do in her absence is I'm going to get the wiring done on this car, try and get the headers on it, drive shaft, carburetor, linkage, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean. And then when she comes back, we're going to button up the loose ends, put a seat in this car, see if it'll fire, and finally let her get to take this thing for a drive. I tell you what, it's been a long haul. I know everybody asks about my blue car here. My buddy Eric, who builds my engines, who did this engine, is doing the engine for this. Now I'm making this a full roller Cleveland. It's going to be nice. I'm spending the money on this, guys. So, You got to give me time. As far as the rest of it goes, I got interior parts coming. I got a windshield to put in. Little stuff. But I'm kind of working on that in the background. There will be a video on it. So let's dive in and get a little bit more accomplished. So what actually Ashley noticed, and I didn't, as we were putting this motor mount in, this brand new motor mount came apart. That's right, brand new motor mount. So it's junk. Look how it's attached. I'm just going to buy 2 different motor mounts and put hopefully better motor mounts on. This is a waste of time, this junk. It's frustrating. I did notice after we put the water pump on, I got to put this crossover hose on. So I think I can weasel one on. I had to order it. This engine, as you may know, is from a 75 Granada. Its whole pulley drive is set up different. Even the water pump was different because on the 68 Mustang, it's a passenger side exit for the hose because the radiator has both fills on this side. So I do have the right water pump, but what I don't have is the right brackets. I got to figure out, what kind of bracketry I got there. I know this is for the Granada. The alternator bolt went through here. I do have a bracket off the car there. We're going to mess with that. Here's our wiring. This goes to the positive end of the solenoid. One of these is a trigger, one's a start, and this is for the alternator. I have a new solenoid, which will probably be bad right away. Get that on. I'm test fitting a lot of doodads like the hose and stuff. Still forgot to order that little bypass hose. Got the solenoid in, I got the wiring on, my battery's dead, but the solenoid does click and the headlights do work. Working on getting these easy fit long tube headers in. Nothing's too easy. I had to get the motor mount bolts back out, get this loose, see if I can jiggle this up in here. I don't know if that steering gearbox is going to be a hindrance, if I got to pull it out, or I can jiggle this thing enough to get that header up in there. Either way, long tube headers, probably not my best choice, but it's what they got. So with the engine up in the air, I got enough room to jiggle this side on. This starter was the starter that came off this engine, and it did work. It did start the car. Now I just put it in, and I wanted to test it to be sure it was going to work before I put the headers on. Smart thinking on my part. And now the starter does not work. It clicked and bound up. So we're going to have to get this thing off, see what's wrong with it. And if not, go get another starter, because you don't want to change starters once these headers are on. So I might as well make sure it's either new or I got a real good one. Just because they look shiny doesn't mean they work. So I'm going to swing it over. The headers put in, which wasn't horrible, but I noticed I did something stupid. I don't know if you can see, but I put the gaskets in upside down. So now I have to pull the headers loose again and flip the gaskets over because you can't get the spark plugs in. We'll call this a learning moment. When you're trying to make a video, you're concentrated on getting a camera, the lighting, and this and that. You're not concentrated on putting the gasket in the right way. So, all right, we're not going to film any of this because I'm an idiot. So when we come back, the headers will be removed, gaskets flipped, and spark plugs put back in. Well, now that I got the headers unbolted, the gasket put on the right way, I was able to get the spark plugs on. That's all wired up. So the next thing I'm going to start on is putting a DuraSpark system on this car. The distributor that I got with it was a DuraSpark distributor, and I just happen to have a couple of these DuraSpark units laying around. I got to kind of remember how to wire these up. I know the red and the white goes, red is for power, white is your trigger for start that goes to the solenoid, I believe. These green goes to the coil or tack, and the purple, orange, and black go to the distributor. The wiring over here, it cranks, but it's kind of messed up. I did some investigation and found that they fixed the car with speaker wire. Look at this. It's just cobbled up raw wire hooked up to, I don't know if you can see it, speaker wire. So we're going to have to find a plug or fix this plug and get the trigger wire to work. In the meantime, I'm going to drill some holes, put this DuraSpark somewhere over here, because these things like cool air. Back in the old days, they used to mount them in the back in the pickup trucks, and they used to overheat, and these things would melt. Well, might melt anyways, but, you know. So I'm going to get some holes marked out, get that mounted, and try and find a wiring diagram. I know this plug went into there, and we got a coil here. This is all from the Granada, so I know all that works. All I got to do is run a hot wire and a trigger wire and an ignition wire. So we'll get this lined up, the thing mounted, and go from there. The DuraSpark is mounted, and I do have the one loom plugged in. But it really doesn't matter because I pulled the wiring apart off the dash. That's for the ignition switch, and you can see they spent all the money on the twisty up wires here. And they cut it all. So I got to make a new plug to run from the firewall, from the key to there, to there, to there. So, well, I'm kind of getting frustrated. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 DuraSpark boxes. We have 2 wire looms. We have a brand new distributor. I'm on my second coil. And if you see the spark plug right there, I'll demonstrate something. We have no spark. I have been messing with this thing for 2 days trying to get spark. But I've had it with the DuraSpark. I'm done messing with it. That's a brand new unit right there. I don't know. I guess you can take these into O'Reilly's and have them tested, but everything's hooked up right. I got power to everything. The distributor's pulsing, but there's no spark. Coil's ohmed out. I don't know. I'm at a loss. It's little things like this that just drive you nuts. Okay, so I'm here at O'Reilly's and we're testing our whatever DuraSpark boxes, because they have a box here. So if you guys ever want to test one of these, come to O'Reilly's. So the first test, it failed.
That one it passed.
So,
on a third.
So now,
sometimes when they warm up.
So it failed the first time on low RPM.
It's passing now.
So this one is good.
It's probably just cold, so I failed the first.
Yeah, well, they're really cold. So.
Ford's cold natured anyway.
All right, so that one did not work in the Mustang, but it tests good. So now we'll try these other 2.
It looks brand new.
I know, it is brand new. I bought it from you. So, yay for O'Reilly's. Their Chinesian parts worked. All right, now we're going to an actual DuraSpark from 19... Yeah, this one's... One of them was from... This one's from 78. This one's from 75. All right, so we're testing the one from 1975. It's made with quality in America.
Yeah, Buttercraft's good about going for the highest bidder.
Yeah.
Or it used to be.
Yeah, but that one's 50 years old.
Failed both.
Failed both. There we go.
50.
That one's failed.
Back up. Failing again, so that one was probably bad.
Okay, that one's bad. So you can just throw that one right in the garbage. Number 3. This is the oldest one, or that was it? This is 78.
That one looks older.
No, this is 78. This one's 75. Yeah.
Just had a harder life.
This one's had. This one. Mice have been in there, I think. And when they quit using them in the 80s, I think.
That style?
Yeah.
Close to the 80s, yeah. Still good.
Still good?
One more time, make sure. Looks like it's good, even though it's had a hard life.
Yeah, but look at me.
He's gonna go Sherman's, I ain't going on that part.
Yeah, that one's good.
It's good. All right, so we have two working boxes. Now I have no idea what my problem is.
Not bad.
All right. Thanks, John. You're the best.
Well, thank you.
So I did my phone a friend and called a real mechanic, Russ from Hot Rod Guy Garage. He came out and poked around and figured out that, believe it or not, the Chinese distributor was junk. Even though it was pulsing, still junk. Russ bought me a points distributor. We dropped that in. Timing was off, but it fired right up. That was my problem. With the headers all up and installed, basically all I did was tie in the existing 2-inch pipes. All I did was stick them through the collectors. They go all the way up to here. They have some cherry bombs on them, which they'll do for now. So I'm not going to weld any of this. I have a couple sets of Flowmasters, so when I send this out to the exhaust shop, I'll just let them build the exhaust. But to fire this thing up, at least I'll have some type of exhaust on this so I can hear any weird rattle, clanking, and stuff like that. They seem to fit pretty good. I had to wrestle with them a little bit, but all in all, they're, they fit. The steering goes back and forth. Oh yeah, I also got tie rod ends that fit the Granada spindles on the car. Oh, I got one more thing to do. I got a rotten fuel line. There's a little rubber line about that big on the other side. We're going to go change that. I didn't realize that Mustangs had a little section rubber fuel line right here, and this thing is rock hard. I don't know if this thing will just cut. I'm going to put a new section on. Little things like this that, geez, this is hard. I don't notice. Look at that, just shattered like plastic. That's not a good sign. So I'm glad I caught that. You could actually put a good spot for a filter too, but I'm just going to throw fuel line on it for now. We'll put an inline fuel filter up by the carburetor. So I'm actually glad I caught this. Went to pull the fuel line off, and I just pushed that in with my finger. Look how thin and rusty a little bit of fuel line is. There's a hole already there. I'm going to have to cut it back and try and make a flare back here, because that's not good. That's right where that rubber ended, and all the schmooze collected around that edge of that rubber and rotted that thing out. I know, replace the whole thing, but let's just get it running first. And so the parts nightmare begins. I'm a Ford guy. I have a lot of Fords. I have some Chevys and Mopars, but mostly Ford. I gotta say, Ford dropped the ball on a lot of things. And the first thing is pulleys. Oh my God. I tell you what, Ford has so many different pulley arrangements, alternator arrangements, power steering. It's a nightmare. There's 4 water pump pulleys right there. Guess what? None of those will work. Here's 3 crank pulleys with the 4 bolts. None of those will work. They're not compatible. They don't play well together. I got all these different kind of alternator brackets that nothing works. Originally, the car would have come with this. This is a 1965, I believe, 302 or 289. I can't remember which one it is. But if you look close, see that? That is a timing mark. So this timing case, this timing chain cover is different from a 1975 because the timing mark is on this side. On a 75 302, the timing mark is on that side because the water pump dumps on this side. So I have to either change this timing cover or I'm going to transfer some timing marks on the other crank pulley. Problem is, this should have that crank pulley to go with this water pump because this crank pulley lines up with this water pump. It's a mess. I've done the research and it's stupid. It's supposed to have this 3-bolt harmonic balancer, but I have the other one on there. I don't even know. I'm not getting into this engine. I'm just leaving this. So what I did do is I went online, ordered some billet aluminum pulley set for that engine. They said would work, and they kind of do, but not really. Let me show you how those are working out. Now I had to put the Mustang outside because I got to do work in my shop. My Jeep is broke and I got to fix it. So I ordered these billet crank pulleys, and if you can see, the water pump pulley and the alternator, they line up just ducky. You look down there, that crank pulley is no bueno. It's not gonna work. I went online and I ordered, there's a company, JFS Racing. I believe that's her name. I could be making it up. I don't know, but I'll put a picture of it up. They create any kind of pulley and belt arrangements with brackets you need for any type Ford engine. These guys are going to make a killing at this because it's screwed up. So I ordered a set from them. They're on back order, but they're coming soon. So in the meantime, this thing is going to sit outdoors. I'm not a mechanic. I never claimed to be. I'm just a guy with a lot of spare time. But this is wasting it. I mean, there's a point where it's just ridiculous. So I'm just paying the bucks, getting a pulley set. Also, you see I put a distributor in this car to get it fired. Now that's just a stock 302 distributor, but I think it's got a cast gear in it, and you can't use a cast gear with the cam I have. Problem number 400. I had to go buy another distributor because the other distributor I had for the Duraspark was just plain junk. I did, however, go on Marketplace and found this. Distributor from Summit Racing. This I know ran. The guy took it out of his Mustang. He just wanted a different route with his distributor, fuel injection and stuff. So that should work, and it has the steel gear. So, I know the Mustang will fire. I'm not going to run it because I don't know what that gear is. I don't want that gear to come apart and take out the engine. That would be the ultimate bummer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video here. Please, you guys, if you like this, subscribe, follow along. Ashley's coming back. Once all the parts arrive, we're going to put it together, and hopefully this time we'll get the thing running and driving. I appreciate you guys subscribing, following along. Truly, you blow me away with your kind words and stuff in the comments. I do answer all my comments. I really do. I try to as best as possible. Follow along, leave a comment, subscribe if you really dig the channel, and we will see you on the next one, man. Thanks for watching. Bye.